to hit that mid-game really hard. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, for sure. The VG Gaming lineup really peaks when Drow is fully online. And I'm not talking 6 slots. I'm talking, you know, when she has that first real damage item, whether it's a butterfly or something like that. You have the protection of Treant, you have the protection of Abaddon, and you have a lineup that naturally wants to group up and use these teamfight abilities and have auras, I'm assuming, on either Doom or Abaddon as well. Maybe both even could buy auras. I think both Crimson Guard and Pipe look nice against the Secret strat, so we'll see if they split it evenly between PYW and Yang, or if they do stack them on both on the same hero.
I want to see our mid matchup, Ori. He has really impressed me this tournament, man. He's been impressing me for the last 2 years as a player who just seems to get better every year and has been one of the top performing mid laners. See how he does against Nisha's Arc Warden. Bottom lane, we're already going to have a first blood, though. Eurus does manage to pick it up on Puppey as the aggro Dro tri-lane catches Secret off guards.
That is a very nasty lane. You have 2 big boys in front, and you have the Drow with the frost arrows in the back. Might even see Drow go for, I'm guessing, the 2-0-1 build, so you just have that more in the way of the slow, so Doom can stay on top of targets. And yeah, I'm curious to see what Secret are going to do to solve this. We're doing a little bit of courier snipe here from YapzOr onto Yang's courier, as he has now been joined by Puppey in the top lane, so it will be a 3v1 there as they've swapped, or rather they've placed Zai alone down here. He's just chilling, getting hit. Looked like he was AFK, I promise you it's on purpose.
Trying to pull that creep equilibrium back as much as possible. And they do get the matchup they wanted, right? They on the Secret side, they want that Monkey King versus the Abaddon.
Yeah.
Certainly not against the Dro Ranger.
And if you do have a hero in a 1v3, Clockwork, one of the better ones. The hero does a lot with levels and doesn't necessarily need many items to perform his job in this game. That's also why it's a great pick for Zai with this team often. Oh, Ori, he might have to jaunt here. Oh,
he's going to try and waiting rift to the other side of that fissure, and that's good enough. He jumped to his orb. He'd be in no man's land for quite some time. They're going to try and block out that double damage rune. He dodges the Spark Wraith and does manage to pick up the DD. YapzOr harasses him a bit, but against that extra physical damage, he'll back away.
Who harasses who?
That certainly
it's like 50 damage for 300. Not exactly. Yeah, it's not my idea of harassment. You know, it's usually the person getting harassed is the one who gets the worst trade.
Yeah, it's funny how those situations is just about like kind of who breaks first, who actually mans down. And of course, it's going to be the double damage. That's the difference maker. Zai, as you said, just trying to soak what he can. What do you think about this build? I've seen a lot of Clockworks going only like 2 levels of Battery Assault and higher levels of Rocket Flare. In fact, maxing that first usually.
It depends what your job is in the game. If you're having a really good game, I think the Battery Assault probably still is the go-to build for the solo kill potential. But if you look at this game, it's not really likely that Zai can stay on top of targets very long. Puck will get away, Abaddon will get away. You're going to dive by a 4-step on the Drow Ranger. Oh, nice shift there coming in from Ori.
Yeah.
So what I think he's going to do, he might do that 2-1-4 build in this game specifically to push lanes, right?
Yep.
Push out waves. You find more farm as well with Clockwork that way. It will help you scale a bit better in the mid game.
I've seen these Clockworks do this quite a lot. The whole just like his mid laner hits him up. Hey, he's about to pop a healing salve, and you just throw a Rocket Flare over there. The surprise damage catches them off guard and could change the trajectory of how that mid lane matchup goes. Eurus going to be chased here by Matumba Man with the extra frost shield to be able to slow him down. They're going to turn to multi-shot Matumba Man, but he's tanky enough. He's going to be able to survive through this, and with the helping hand of YapzOr, they're going to be able to get the kill on the carry. Trading away their support, though. DY hopes to get a little damage onto YapzOr. VG Gaming a little bit more limited, just the fact that they do have 2 melee supports with no clear stun between the 2 of them.
And now with this little bit of a switch up, the Abaddon versus Clockwork lane, you're feeling very happy as Abaddon in that, especially with the head start that you've got. You're 18-8 against an 8-1 Clockwork. You're going to just get those 4 hits in. Clock can't fight you at all, especially if you don't max Battery Assault. How are you ever supposed to stand a chance in this lane? Yang with a full level advantage right now and a little bit extra. It's
And the Monkey King lane is a lot different once he hits that 2nd level of Jingo Mastery, right?
Yeah.
It's a big difference in damage and lifesteal. So against these melee heroes, he's going to fare a little bit better. As you can see, DY force back.
I love this from Eurus. very rare to see a Gust skill this early. I'm a huge fan of this spell in lane against these kind of lineups. You have 3 melee heroes on Secret's lineup that kind of want to come in close, and you're covering yourself very well. It's kind of identifying, okay, we're not in this lane to kill heroes. We want to farm and stay afloat, and we know that if Monkey King doesn't snowball out of control, we'll get him later.
Battle over the bounty runes. Matava Man, he's going to cheat a little bit. He's going to be able to hop down from the trees and join his supports, making it a 2v3, going the way of Secret.
Some of the voice lines in the game always. It's like you could play this game for thousands upon thousands upon thousands of hours, and there's still some voice lines that you feel like you've never heard before.
Yeah, sometimes you just get like a hero ally combination that you haven't heard in a while, and all of a sudden some voice line sneaks in.
Monkey King's great. Oh, great hero. So what was the rune trade? Was it 2 for 2?
I think so. So we had Eurus managed to get the one on the left, and then Yang obviously getting one at the bottom lane. We are going to max out battery assault for Zai here, maybe because of that one matchup, but with Yang already having his level 6, certainly not going to be getting a solo kill in that lane anytime soon. 6-minute runes are coming up. Ori would like to make his rotation, but YapzOr, he has been constantly around this mid lane, throwing fissures, denying runes.
Yeah, I think that's something that YapzOr does exceptionally well. I think a lot of players lately, or in the last year, have kind of transitioned a lot more into stable laning as position 4 to get those levels. YapzOr is very good at rune control, and it makes a big difference in these killer matchups.
Oh, the waiting rift forward or backwards, but the stun lasts too long. YapzOr, once again, proving to be very impactful in this mid lane, and he doesn't really need to help on his side lanes too much, because this is, part of the YapzOr-Zai relationship is that Zai is willing to take a little bit more of a step back in the laning phase sometimes.
And he's gone for a very defensive build. Oh, well, aggressive. Depends how you look at it with the 2 bracers. DY. Up he's going to pull in Euros to make sure that they get the Jingu stacks off against Gust.
Bounty strike.
That was a great decision. Good counterplay, though.
This is a really sick one. If they can actually bring down both these heroes, the Monkey King trying to get away from the pup, but just won't be able to do so. The multi-shot comes out to slow down Puppy as well. A double kill for Eurus.
Perfect timing on Ori's respawn to be able to connect on that play. PYW will die in mid lane. Zai coming in with a hook shot, showing off that fish level 6. This is the one hero in the game he's really good against right now. And arguably Treant can be struggling against Clockwork as well. So we were talking about maybe the 2-1-4 build with the perspective of the heroes he doesn't do particularly well against. But, if you play to your strengths, you can definitely max battery assault. I'd still say it's the default build. But the other one has been picked up sometimes. I mean, we're talking about it like this hero never gets picked, lol. But,
Yeah, I was quite surprised when he was trending at this tournament. He's been picked, probably 4 or 5 times. Not a massive amount, but
for Clockwork, that's an infinite % increase in pick rate. So that's great.
Certainly.
It's cool. Love the hero.
Another change up in the build, and this one we're actually going to see in the game. The Arc Wardens, who are playing much more like a mid-game hero with this maxed out Wraith Band, Treads build, not going for the Hand of Midas and Boots of Travel of old. This is a Arc Warden that is very scary at about 20 minutes.
Yeah, even earlier, just having high level, and you have 2 fluxes, you have all the spark wraiths and fights, and then you have all these stats to just right click with. I feel like for this meta, this is how you should play this hero almost every game. Just get involved, fight. You're even decent at taking towers because you kind of have a built-in DD rune whenever you use your ult. So, nice.
Ori once again, he does have an orb up, but it's not going to be there fast enough. Yang not there to save the day, and is going to be forced back. Still holding on to a point of his ultimate, just in case he can pop it at a better time.
YapzOr has been on point this game. He's basically played, there is no such thing as the perfect game, but it's pretty close what he's done so far. He's found multiple kills on the puck. He's assisted his top lane. He is rune controlled. Don't think he's missed a single spell at all. It's all just been perfect pretty much from him. So really good stuff. That's what you want to see out of him if you're a Secret fan. And of course, when he plays that shaker, he feels very comfortable. One of his absolute all-time bests.
And it helps the fact that VG Gaming have 2 supports that really don't have the same kind of roaming impact. Nor can they really directly threaten the Earthshaker too much. So he's just kind of been free to move around. Secret simultaneously are having fine lanes. The Monkey King is top net worth right now, and Zai is still getting the levels he needs, even if he's a little bit lower on net worth. As you said, it's really the experience that matters.
Yep. Something that's kind of nice about this Clockwork hero is if you have a lane that you just need somebody parked in, Clockwork is one of the better heroes at just sitting there. He's naturally tanky. He has an escape tool in the hookshot if he needs to. He has cogs. He's super good to TP in to turn around for. If he doesn't die in an instant burst, he has so much turnaround potential once cooldowns are used. And on top of that, guess what? If there's a play on the other side of the map, you're one of the fastest connectors. You TP,